Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales, where we uncover the truth behind the royal headlines and defend those who dared to walk their own path. And today we've got a royal shake-up that's turning heads across Britain. Reports claim Kate Middleton and Prince William are plotting to kick Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson out of Royal Lodge, their luxurious Windsor home. But while some see this as Kate's moral stand to protect the monarchy, others see it as the latest episode of royal hypocrisy. Because let's be honest, the same institution that protected Prince Andrew for years is the one that cast out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, two people whose only crime was choosing freedom and truth. So let's unpack what's really happening behind the palace gates. What appears to be a simple dispute over property is, in truth, a web of relationships and history. The Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Kate, are central to this shift, orchestrating a significant change involving Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Let's step inside this complex landscape and uncover the deeper truth behind the whispers of change. The conflict centres on Royal Lodge, Prince Andrew's home for 2 decades. William and Kate are reportedly pushing for Andrew and Sarah Ferguson to leave, aiming to modernise the monarchy's image. Andrew's ties to the Epstein scandal have cast a shadow, and his continued residence sends the wrong message. For some, this is a necessary step to protect the Crown's reputation, proof that no one is above consequence. Others see hypocrisy. The institution sheltered Andrew for years, only acting now when public scrutiny demands it. Why focus on a house, not the deeper issues of accountability? This standoff at Royal Lodge symbolises the monarchy's struggle between genuine reform and public relations. The contradiction at its core makes this story both compelling and unsettling. Kate is portrayed as a key force behind the push to remove Andrew, determined to protect the monarchy's image for the next generation. Andrew's 75-year lease and personal investment in Royal Lodge complicate matters, but pressure is mounting. The proposed solution? Move Andrew and Sarah to Frogmore Cottage, a home with its own loaded history. Frogmore was once Harry and Meghan's sanctuary, restored with their own funds, before they were asked to leave after stepping back from royal duties. The contrast is stark. Andrew, mired in scandal, was allowed to stay in luxury. Harry and Meghan, seeking independence, were swiftly exiled. Now, the very home denied to the Sussexes is offered to Andrew. This juxtaposition reveals much about the monarchy's priorities. The fate of these homes reflects the institution's deeper values. Why was Andrew sheltered for years, while Harry and Meghan were quickly pushed out? Andrew's scandal brought shame, yet he kept his privileges. The Sussexes' crime was honesty and independence. Their punishment was swift and public, while Andrew's was cushioned by the institution. This double standard exposes a troubling truth. The monarchy seems more threatened by those who speak out than by those who bring scandal. Silence is rewarded. Truth is punished. The fates of Andrew and Harry are a case study in royal justice. One protected, one exiled. It's not about consistent values, but about controlling the narrative. The strategy prioritizes image over integrity. William and Kate's reported move is less about morality and more about managing the monarchy's brand. In today's media age, perception is reality, and removing Andrew from Royal Lodge is a calculated move to clean up the monarchy's image. But this is a cosmetic fix, not real accountability. The institution is moving pieces on a chessboard, not addressing the culture that allowed scandal to fester. True integrity would have meant decisive, transparent action years ago. Instead, the response is delayed and focused on optics. The move is reactive, not proactive, a tidy up before guests arrive, not a deep cleaning. The image may be protected, but the question of integrity remains. Offering Andrew and Sarah Ferguson Frogmore Cottage is rich with irony and symbolism. Once a symbol of hope for Harry and Meghan, it's now a downgrade for a disgraced prince. The message, the home deemed unsuitable for a couple seeking independence, is fine for someone linked to scandal. This act diminishes the Sussexes' experience and minimises Andrew's situation, equating two very different stories. Frogmore becomes a monument to the monarchy's double standards. Properties are treated as assets, people as pieces to be moved for public order. The emotional and symbolic weight of these homes is ignored in favour of strategy. This single gesture speaks volumes about the monarchy's true priorities. This episode reveals a monarchy caught between tradition and the demands for authenticity. The focus on optics and control shows an institution more concerned with survival than with its moral compass. The crown is being protected, but its soul may be eroding. Harry and Meghan chose honesty and independence, building a life on their own terms. Their journey, though challenging, is one of authenticity. The real lesson isn't about who wins Royal Lodge, but about the power of living with integrity. Institutions built on image are fragile. Those grounded in truth are resilient. The monarchy's choices now will define its legacy, and perhaps those it exiled have shown a better way forward.